You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, do you guys remember a video I put up? It was probably earlier this month or maybe last month. There was a swimming event out here in Texas. It was actually a U.S. Masters swimming. And they had a transgender in the pool. This happened in San Antonio. Folks, this transgender won 5 gold medals at this event. I'm going to repeat that again. 5 gold medals. Women had their medals stolen by a transgender. And someone was telling me, guys, that the state of Texas was not going to take this laying down. And also, by the way, the girls that were actually swimming, they had no idea they were actually competing against a transgender. Well, folks, it seems like a day of reckoning may be coming for U.S. Masters swimming. They hid the fact that a transgender was actually participating against women. And honestly, guys, I don't know how they actually miss this transgender, because this transgender is built like a bodybuilder. Yeah. Pretty muscular, swimming in a pool against women, and the women stood no chance. Well, guys, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is about to make U.S. Masters swimming find out. So here we go. Right over here, guys. U.S. Masters swimming under investigation after trans athlete takes 5 women's gold medals at Texas event. Ken Paxton cites potential violation of Texas law after trans swimmer dominated 5 races at recent competition. Yeah, no doubt about it, guys, that in my opinion, this actually did violate Texas law. And Ken Paxton also wants the federal government to get involved in this. So it says here, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has launched an investigation into U.S. Masters swimming after an event in San Antonio at the end of April saw a biological male trans competitor win 5 women's events. Multiple female competitors told Fox News Digital after the meet that they did not even know the trans athlete was a biological male. Yeah. That is a major problem, folks. Now, Paxton's office is taking action as Texas has a law in place to prohibit trans athletes from competing in women's and girls' sports. Yeah. And also, by the way, that kind of reminds me, guys, probably about, I want to say like 5 years ago or so, there was actually a trans competitor in wrestling. Now, this was actually a biological female, and she actually transitioned, quote unquote, into a male, but she was forced to compete against females. I believe that this person shouldn't even be competing against females, because this person was on drugs to actually, quote unquote, change their biology. Okay. But anyway, says here, quote, the policy of U.S. Masters swimming, which allows men to compete in women's events, is reprehensible and could violate Texas's consumer protection laws, Paxton said in an announcement. Not only is this policy insulting to female athletes, but it also demonstrates deep contempt for women and may violate Texas law. I will fight to stop these unfair policies and never back down from defending the integrity of women's sports. Now, thing is, though, man, this trans competitor, age 47. Yeah, my age, man. The trans swimmer, 47-year-old Anna, in quotations, Kodas, dominated all 5 races the athlete competed in, taking gold in the women's age 45 to 49 category in 5 races, including the 50 and 100-yard breaststroke, freestyle, and the 100-yard individual medley. Louisiana woman and longtime swimmer Wendy Enderly says she filed the request for an eligibility review after finding out that one of the competitors she has faced for years was transgender, via a news article stemming from last week's incident. Now, Enderly is grateful to see Patson's office taking action. Quote, I was very encouraged by the announcement that Texas Attorney General Kim Patson is launching an investigation into U.S. Master Swimming after allowing a transgender swimmer to unfairly compete against me and fellow female swimmers last month in San Antonio, Enderly told Fox News Digital. Enderly is also hoping that the U.S. Department of Justice will take action as well. President Donald Trump has an executive order in place since February 5th that requires public funded institutions to ban trans athletes from women's and girls' sports. USMS is not funded publicly funded, however. Yeah, but still, something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. Now, Kim Patson, very, very good attorney general out here in Texas. He's probably the best AG in the country. And no doubt about it, guys, they violated Texas law. They hid the fact that this was actually a mill. Now they actually need to pay the price. Look here. It says here, in June 2023, Texas passed the Save Women's Sports Act, which bans trans athletes from competing in girls' and women's sports and only allows students to compete in the gender category listed on their birth certificate. The law only allows schools to recognize changes made to birth certificates that were made to correct a clerical error. Yeah, so we're not like Minnesota, man, where you have your quote unquote sex change and then you actually get to change your driver's license and birth certificate. Nah, not out here in Texas, man. Not out here. More legislation aimed at protecting females from trans inclusion in sports could soon be signed into law in Texas as well. Earlier this month, the Texas Senate voted to pass the Texas Women's Privacy Act by a vote of 20-11. The bill ensures women are safe in their bathrooms, locker rooms, showers, and domestic abuse shelters. Meanwhile, USMS policy allows transgender swimmers to participate in the gender competition category in which they identify, and they may also be recognized for accomplishments if some certain conditions are met. Yeah, so man, Kim Patson, man, is definitely going to go after them. He's not an attorney general to just sit on the sideline and be weak. That's not Kim Patson. That's why they actually tried to impeach him. Actually, they did impeach him, but they didn't convict him because the rhinos in the Texas House, they tried to get rid of him. Kim Patson, man, is not going to take this lane down. USMS, you've now been put on notice, man. You guys could be in big trouble now. Huge trouble. But gonna leave it right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.